did you start this business?
See, we as a group are very diversified the last 15 to 20 years. During this particular period, we got to know that the education business is the growing business, education and training. So we thought we should get into that space of education and training, and basically for corporates, individuals, and segmentation wise in terms of school children, in terms of college going students. Each one requires the training. We would like to fill the gap between the employability or quotient of the students who come out of their mainstream education, that is the formal education, whether you're a BSc graduate, BCom graduate, or an arts graduate, or an engineering graduate. You would need life skills, which is in terms of how to face an interview, your time management skills, your various things. So that's where we thought there's a gap. We would like to fill that gap, and that's where we wanted to get into this education through Mojo Education and Training Private Limited.
What is your core business?
You see, as I mentioned before, we are a very diversified group into contracts, into film production, into holidays and leisure. Our core business diversified so that we are protected against the vagaries of the economic model or the macroeconomic situations. So each business protects us from the cyclical downturn of the other businesses. So we thought that's where we should diversify into education, which is a linear business.
What have been the major achievements of your company in the last 1 year?
See, we have tapped into the corporate sector. Some of the public sector companies have shown keen interest in our business model, and they have closed the orders for their employees to be trained on some of the modules that we have developed through our experts.
What is your focus now?
Yeah, the focus is segmentation of each of the clients. We are not saying that one solution fits everybody. We are going to give solution to each of the segment, as I said, for the college students, for the school children, for the housewives, for the corporates, so that their needs are met at each level, because the need of a student is different from that of a person who is going to a job, and even in that particular job there is a difference between an IT sector or a financial sector or a pharma sector or even government sector. So we differentiate, and we are going to commoditize each of the different sectors into their particular modules, so that each segment gets a solution which is apt for them.
How is the current working?
See, we have a very loose confederation of technical experts, and most of the sale is done through the network model, and that's how we build our business over this.
What is your competitive edge?
Segmentation. Segmentation is our competitive edge. Differentiation. And we don't believe that we know the solution for everybody. We keep learning ourselves. And therefore we have a methodology called absorb, apply and analyze. That gives us the competitive edge over the others.
What are the challenges?
The challenges are the reach. Despite the technical reach of the internet and the broadband to the remote corners of the country, it is not being used for educative purposes. It is basically used for entertainment purpose, or sending a mail or something, or as mundane as that. So that's the challenge that we would have in terms of how to use the technology to develop and deliver the content to the respective segment.
How do you look at the opportunities?
Opportunities are vast, which with the handheld devices coming in, with the smartphones, the cost of smartphones coming down, the applications which would be developed for them would also come down, the cost of that would come down. Therefore, we'll have more delivery models rather than just the brick and mortar model.
What are your views on industry?
It's growing. It will continue to grow as the population in India grows. It's an worldwide phenomenon that education dispels the divide between the haves and the have-nots. So once you are educated and once you are employable, that's where we fit in the employability factor. Then the digital or any divide is erased. So we would see that as an opportunity for all of us here.
How do you foresee growth of your company 3 years from now?
We should be growing at least industry average of 30-35% compounded annual growth rate.
Any other important highlight?
The methodology that we stress upon, the absorb, analyze and apply methodology, is the key function of our business model. I think that's the highlight of the entire thing. That's how we get differentiated. And we also believe that education and training has to be affordable. The affordability is another key segment that we're trying to look at it, and with the availability of the technology with our hands, I think that challenge has been overcome with in terms of how do we make it more affordable to the people on demand, at their will, at their time, and at their pace.
Thank you.